Hello.
Hello.
So it is Friday. I'm working the weekend. Big football game Sunday.
Yep. City and Arsenal 4:30. Going to the pub.
We'll decide the Premiership. I am not going to the pub as I am working. So you join us today. We have a problem, which we shall show you first and then explain. We're half bringing you because we're going to Glossop and we're going the back way, so it's a nice little journey. So we'll tell you about our problem and then you can join us going to Glossop.
We're doing exactly 30 mile an hour. There's a mate behind us that doesn't want to be behind us, he wants to be in front of us. But when we hit the 40, I'm going to go to 3,000 revs in second and show you the problems we're having. So drop down, rev, and here we go. Oh, it's not done it. I can't believe it. At 3,500 revs, it's been screaming.
It's not been screaming, it's been bouncing. It would literally go. That's it.
Right, I'm going to try again.
No, don't try again. Don't try again.
Right.
We'll try again at another point. Right, so every time it's been in between 3 and 5. It's, look at this dick overtaking, pardon my language. So every time it's been in between 3 and 5 it misses. So Dad's had coil packs changed, leads have been changed, plugs have been changed. When you read the codes it's showing misfire on all cylinders. It's used a little bit of water, so it's going in a week on Monday for investigation. We don't think it's head gasket, we don't think it's rocker cover gasket, we don't know if it's inlet manifold, we don't know if it's valve sticking, but as you've just seen, it's not done it.
But if you have a look at the temperature gauge, it's spot on.
Right, well this is a bad thing, because if it's cooled down and if it's not done it because it's not warm enough, that does indicate valve sticking because it's not warm enough, and we don't want it to be valve sticking. Valve sticking, Warren, who is lovely and is a Rover expert, was saying something about different metals, valve seats, so it is prone to, on the turbos, because they have to work harder, they're prone to sticking valves. So we'll try again in a minute, but
I still can't believe it. I was waiting for the,
as you can see from Dicky's response, and it always does it. And I mean always, it's been every time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Literally every time. So unfortunately, with it not being warm and then not doing it, does that mean that it is valve seats, which is basically like a top end rebuild. Luckily what would be thousands will cost us less than 1,000. Still do without
it. Can't believe it.
Well, we'll try again in a minute when it's warm, like warm, because it is literally every time. So you're in Mottram. Lots of people will know the name Mottram because, unfortunately, I don't know how a little town. It's like, you know,
go on.
Murder She Wrote, something Cove, Jessica Fletcher. Do you remember? Yeah. And it was like, how can every week someone die in that little cove?
Like, it's like Midsummer Murders.
Exactly like Midsummer.
No one wants to live there.
Or Coronation Street, that street that's everything's happened on that street. So unfortunately for Mottram, which is borderline where I live, there has been far too many tragedies that I'm not going to go into, but from the 60s till recently tragedies, and it's a normal place. It's a mill. This is an old mill town, but as I say, I'm not going to go into it. But if you Google Mottram, you'll see from 60s to now there's been many a tragic event, which is just terrible, absolutely terrible. But so many things to happen. I always joke about, you know, Lost Boys, and they say Lost Boys murder capital of whatever, and I always joke the same about Mottram. But yeah, it's not really something to joke about. Not good. That used to be a really nice pub, and I think it's now 2 houses. As you can see, lots of stone. Every house will be stone.
This road we're turning onto now, going towards
Broadbottom.
Broadbottom Bridge.
Yes.
I was here doing revenue.
You have to explain what revenue means, because no one will know what that means, Dickie.
Checking tickets on buses with Ken Leslie and Chris Isley.
Not clear, Marlon. Not clear.
Oh.
Right, so
Anyway.
let's start again. So Dad used to work on the buses, and
Get over.
used to be for, you know, when you got on and Blakey would get on and check your tickets. Ooh, get that bus out. So Dickie was Blakey. Right, so you're turning right on a bus,
So
you're on the bus till you're checking
we're
tickets.
coming here and I'm driving the van
Okay.
and there's a bus and we want to check tickets on it.
Okay.
So I overtakes the bus,
Okay.
quite happy,
Okay.
gets in front of it.
Yeah.
I keeps going because I want to get a few stops down the road.
Okay.
I'll show you where we stopped. These houses were here.
Those houses are new. These poor people used to be able to look over at a nice view, and now they're looking at houses. On for sale, eh?
So, as I say, I'm probably doing the correct speed by now, doing 30 mile an hour.
Which I'm sure you were doing all the way down. These big camera, eh?
Now the bus had stopped,
Okay.
so I could get way down the road.
Okay.
So we get to, well, I'll show you, and then you'll fully understand and appreciate. So we goes round this corner.
This is the longest story ever.
No, because I'm trying to show you. So goes past this stop,
Okay.
round the corner.
Into a
and
20. It's been 20 forever.
It wasn't 20 then.
Ah,
No.
but this must be a long time ago. I've always known this to be 20.
Well, it is. It's
80s.
the 80s, yeah.
Okay. Slow down for the bumps. The vicious. Jeez. I told you they were vicious.
So it's the next stop,
Okay.
round the corner.
And you've stopped waiting for the bus so you can get on it and check the tickets.
I looked in the rear view mirror of the van,
Yeah.
and what's behind me?
What's behind you?
With blue lights?
Go on.
Bloody police car.
Go on.
So I said to the boys, are you going to check tickets on this? So he said, we've got company. So I said, I appreciate that. So they said they're not getting out. So I got out, and the police officer, it was this stop here where this lady's waiting,
Okay.
and the police officer said he was doing 50 mile an hour in a 30.
Oh, Richard.
So I explained
I had to get in front of the bus. That's no excuse, so is it,
That's
Richard?
correct.
Safety first.
And what did the police officer say?
Well,
Your ticket will be in the post. And that's my one and only speeding ticket.
is it really?
Honestly.
Oh, will you slow down?
I'm only doing 20.
You can't even do 20. You have to tiptoe over him. Tippy toppy. Go on, tippy top. Oh.
Tell that van behind that's right up my arse.
Well, he'll have to wait. Right, I'll tell you some good bus stories, and this one won't be 10 minutes long. So I'll tell you some bus stories. In Heaton Moor, whilst driving a bus, what car did you hit and you took the wing mirror off?
It wasn't in Heaton Moor, see? It was in Albert Square.
Sorry, Albert Square in Manchester. What car did you hit?
And it's a one-way street. And it's actually 2 lanes and a huge bus stop. So I'm trying to pass this parked car,
Yeah.
and as I look in my mirror,
Yeah.
this car's wing mirror
Yeah.
just dies, just drops.
I'm going to video this bit because this is a nice bridge.
And what happened was, on the old buses where the panels on the side were fastened together,
Yeah.
there was a strip that held the panels in place.
Okay.
And this strip had actually caught this wing mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the passengers on,
Mm-hmm.
and this chap comes to the door.
Yeah.
He said, "Excuse me," he said, "do you know you've hit my car?" I said, "Yes, I do." I said, "Do you know you shouldn't be parked on a bus stop?" And he replied, "Well, actually, I do know that." So I said, "Just let me get these passengers on and I'll get out." So we got the last passenger on, got out, and it was a bright red Ferrari Testarossa.
Ferrari.
And the mirror
Excuse me.
was just dead.
Yeah. Big mirrors, expensive mirrors.
So the guy apologised and said it was his fault
That you hit him.
that I hit it,
Oh, you
and where
stuffy
this
pig.
little strip sticks out,
Mm-hmm.
you could see a little bit of red on it,
Oh dear.
but the panel itself wasn't damaged.
Oh, so you didn't damage the bus then.
So
Right, I'm just going to interrupt you. So my third and favourite story. Now, when I was a child, to be fair, even though Grumpy was grumpy, sometimes we'd be sat there and he'd say, "Oh, pull my finger," and you'd pull his finger. I was probably about 6 or 7 at the time, and you'd pull his finger and that would be followed by flatulence. It was really funny. Pull my finger and he trumps. So, to be fair, I am... Oh, just 1 second, everybody. You need to turn left and turn right.
yeah, left and immediate right.
Nice pub on the corner here. So, the actual story is... I'm going to tell this one, if you don't mind. So, the actual story is, he got his thought. He opened the window on the side of the bus. These bumps are even worse. He opens the window to the bus and doesn't remove his thumb. So he's banged his and trapped his thumb in the window. So his thumb is black. So he gets home from work. I'm assuming I've said something like, "Hello Dad, how are you?" So he sticks out his thumb, which is black and bruised, but to a 6-year-old, for who, whenever he sticks his thumb out, pulls on it and he trumps. I just grabbed hold of it and pulled it, and he went, "Ah, you billet, look at the state of me thumb." Oh, that was such a good. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was a good day.
How did I do it?
You trap your thumb in the driver's window on the bus.
It wasn't my thumb. I'll tell you
It
what
was your thumb.
No, it wasn't. What happened? I got to Cheadle Road on 3:30. Remember it?
Just pause for a second. Have you been on this road?
Yes.
You know how narrow it is, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Go on.
So,
You're on a 3:30.
I got to Cheadle Road on the 3:30.
Yeah.
Minding my own business.
Yeah.
And I jumped out of the cab, and what he used to do was open the door and just jump.
Okay.
But what you should have done was open the door and got out backwards.
Okay.
And I jumped.
Like Stan Butler.
I got hold of the window,
Yeah.
the frame,
Yeah.
and my ring finger,
Okay.
right, caught in the channel. So I jumped out, but my hand stayed up in the air.
Oh, I didn't realise this is even a better story. I never even knew that.
Yeah. And when I came home, I was showing Scott, and he thought, because I was holding my finger out,
As I would.
like one would, that it was out to pull, and he pulled it. The John Wayne. I can still remember it.
It really hurt, did it?
Yeah.
This is a long time. I bet that must be like 82.
It could be earlier than that, because I passed my test in 75. You was born 76. So
No, I actually remember it. It's one of the. But I must have been young, but I do remember it.
yeah.
We're in Simonley.
Yes, I know.
My wife used to live in Simonley. Did you know that?
Say again.
My wife used to live in Simonley.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. We're very lucky today. If you get something coming the other way, it can be a bit of a nuisance. Especially if you've got people cutting through, like us, instead of sitting in the traffic going to Gloucester. Do you know where you're going now?
Just turn your camera around and show people how close this Volkswagen's up my chuff.
Is that pub where we had that platter? You turn him right.
No, different road.
Was that Mella?
That smell.
I always ask
Turning
Helen,
right here.
Turn him right here.
He's really annoyed, the guy behind me. Really miffed off.
That's a shame. To be fair, if he was any closer, he would be in your boot. You clear, my way. And you clear this way. Van coming now. See, it's Friday as well. People are always in a rush on a Friday. He's waited. Right, I've got an idea. You in second?
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, we can't do it.
No, I can't risk it here.
No, we'll do it on the way back. So we're coming into Glossop with us and come back, and then we're going to try again. Car will be warm. We've got a few places where we can put it under load.
Yeah.
And we'll keep. Well, we don't need to keep trying. It's warm, so it will do it. But we're in a 30, and you need to be over 3,500 revs. I always thought it was turbo because you hear the turbo kicking. Look at that for a lovely view. So we're in Simonley, dropping down into Glossop. Isn't that lovely? Lovely. At the end of the road, Richard, you need to turn right.
Okie dokie.
No, you'd think you'd turn left, wouldn't you? But basically you get stuck in the traffic going into Glossop.
Yeah.
This is all the back way. This is all Helen's routes because, as I say, luckily, she used to live on this estate over here.
Helen did.
Yeah, can't tell you when. I think she was in school because she has stories about walking school-wise. So this must be early 80s when she lived there. Not clear my way. Not clear my way.
I'm not going.
Bloody hell.
It was clear.
It wasn't
He
clear.
was 10 mile away. This is the garage.
What gear were you in then, Dickie? Was that third?
Right. This, no, second. This garage used to sell all cars.
They did.
Has he still got any in the window?
No, it's shut. There used to be meetings there for the Glossop thingy club that we're not in anymore. Talking about
Vehicle Enthusiast Club.
I'd like to join the Tameside Club because they do round our local towns. Round our local towns, they do shows on the town squares. They've got one in our local town, they've got one in the next town. So I think we should join that club.
Right, okay.
And we could take the Rover and take the stack. Now down here, if you were to turn right and keep going, where would you end up?
Hayfield.
Yes, after Hayfield?
New Mills.
No.
Marple.
Buxton.
That's the other way, yes, you would.
Yeah, we turn right here.
Right, this road...
With the springs.
No, this is more important. This road here,
Yes.
if you look to your left where that black car is,
Yes.
that used to be a scrapyard down there.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh, that must be a long time ago.
And what happened was, this is a story that you won't believe. I put a clutch in a Ford Corsair.
This must be 70s.
Yep. Used to be down there.
Right.
And to cut a very, very, very long story short, I got the clutch sorted with help from my wife.
Okay.
That's another story. Anyway, she said, "Do you fancy an ice cream?" Because the ice cream man was here.
Okay.
I said, "That sounds like a good idea." So I goes to the ice cream man. He said, "What's that dripping under your car?"
Okay.
So basically I thought he was having a laugh. Anyway, I looked and something was dripping, and it was the bloody fuel tank. I'd just done this clutch. It'd been on the path, it seemed like forever. Anyway, I rings round, and that scrapyard that I've just shown you,
Okay.
they've got a fuel tank. So I gets there by bus.
Okay. By bus?
Yeah.
Okay.
374.
Okay.
394.
Okay.
And then I gets off, gets the fuel tank,
Mm-hmm.
and I waits for the next 394 that took me to Glossop with the fuel tank on the bus.
Didn't take the fuel tank on the bus.
Fuel tank on the bus. And the bus
1970s.
was going back to depot. So I went back to depot,
How did you get a fuel
cleaned
tank?
myself up,
And a used fuel tank, it would have stunk.
wrapped the tank up, and then got on the 394 back to Marple.
Just interrupting you. Turn left here to park or turn right. I would turn left.
And I went back on the 384 then.
I'd go top right, there's normally a space out of the way.
I went on the 384 back to
Stop!
No,
Sure, give way, you pillock.
I'll tell you what.
Your
Scott.
driving's terrible. Terrible.
So I got home with the
I think there might be one here on the left. Mudguard.
I'll go around again. I got home and got the tank fitted.
Can't believe you took a fuel tank on a bus.
Yeah, all good fun. I'll go and park in this one here, I think.
Park wherever you want. Right, we're going to pause by the magic of YouTube. We're going to pause, but that to us actually means going for breakfast and walking the dogs, and then we'll carry on in a second. So So by the power of YouTube, we'll pause and please join us. We're in the pub having breakfast with the dogs. Breakfast done. Charlie? Dogs are being very good. I'm literally having 1 pint and sipping it.
I've just put mine on the bar, thank you.
Nice that.
Gorgeous.
Thanks, Dickie. We've been messing and also just other stuff, but we want to see if this is going to happen or not. So we've been over a load of bumps, airbag lights just come on. I'll fix that when we get back because I know it'll be the centre under the seat. So we're going to try to give it a bit more revs and a bit more load on the motorway and see if this is suddenly... Hello Charlie. If it's suddenly fixed itself or if it's going to do it. So, and if you're still watching the video, we appreciate it. So is it going to do it? We shall see. Was it third it used to do it in last time? Or was it like every gear?
I'm going to hit it straight away.
Okay.
Yep. That's 4,000.
Right, so it's not doing it in
5,000.
second. See if it'll go in third. Turbo.
That's 70 at 5,000 revs.
So it's not doing it. Okay, so the car that was broke is now not broke. Your misfire has gone. So the video on our car is broke.
Huh.
What am I going to call it now? The car that was broke
It's now fixed.
is now fixed. Well done.
I just can't believe it. We're doing 72 mile an hour.
We're doing
at
70.
3,000 revs.
Yeah.
And we've been up to 6 in second and 5,000 in third.
Any load and it was doing it, and it was violent, wasn't it? It was a violent miss.
It was.
Like a shake the car miss. Like someone had just... Well, we can't even explain. A very violent miss. I think we're dropping into a 15 a minute, Dickie, just to let you know. Right.
Coming off here anyway.
We are. So this video has not been out we expected. We've had a nice time and we've fixed the
We're
car.
sorry we can't show you what it's doing.
Well, we broke it again though, because we've just been over that many bumps. We've now just broke the airbag sensor, so I'm sure that's under the seat, so I'll sort that when we get back. Misfire gone. Say goodbye, Dickie.
Goodbye, Dickie.